Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today is Thursday, December 2nd, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out overall. I'm going to be talking about the injuries in play for tonight's slate, and then going over my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for tonight's slate as well. But without further ado, we'll get into yesterday's picks, take a look at how they turned out. So on the DraftKings side, we switched up to Kyle Lowry at the point guard position, $7,600. No Jimmy Butler, no Bam Adebayo in this game. Should have been a pretty good game for him overall. Ended up with 20 points, so he's a mess. 2 for 9. This game did end up in a blowout. I think he only played about 28 minutes. Just not a good game for Kyle Lowry overall. Chris Duarte, $4,000, looking for 20 points on him. He got to 17, so he's a miss. Probably not the worst miss in the world, but you know, he got the minutes, he was out there, he just didn't do a lot with it, honestly. And then at small forward, we had Kevin Huerter, $4,400, looking for 22 points out of him. He got to 29, so he was a hit, pretty solid hit altogether there. Marcus Morris, $4,400. Paul George got ruled out of this game. Marcus Morris looking pretty good. He ended up with 14.5 points, only played 22 minutes. This game was a blowout. The Clippers, the starters, are like the main players essentially. They subbed out in the third quarter and they just never came back into the game after that. So lost out probably at least, I'd say 8 minutes in the game there. Maybe that makes the difference. Maybe that gets them up to the 22 points they did need yesterday. And then last but not least, we had Dwayne Dedmon, $3,100, looking for 15, 16 points out. He got to 39.25, so he was a very, very good hit yesterday. So pretty hit or miss day overall. Then on the FanDuel side, we had Kyle Lowry once again, $6,800, looking for 34 points out. He got to 19.8. He was a miss. Same reasons we already talked about on the other side. Tyler Hero, his teammate, $7,000, looking for 35 points at him. He got to 27.2, so he was a mess. 9 for 23 shooting. He played a lot of minutes. He just didn't do a lot, honestly. It was a weird thing, honestly. Then a small forward at Kevin Porter Jr., $6,800, looking for 43 points at him. He got to 18.9. He is a mess. He got hurt in this game, 13 minutes into the game. Just kind of take that how you will, but if he was on pace just to play that 30-some minutes or so, he's about to smash his price tag until he got hurt. Then Marcus Morris once again at that power forward position, $4,500. Looking for 22, 23 points out. He got to 14.8, so he was a miss. Same reasons we already talked about on the DraftKings side. Then Dwayne Dedmon once again, $3,700. He got to 39.1 points, so he was a hit as well. Just not the best day overall. Some bad luck, unfortunately. But, it is NBA DFS. We get to roll right back at it the very next day. But with that being said, we'll get moved over into the injuries and play for tonight's slate. So this is a 5-game slate. It's starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. All these games are actually pretty close together. They're not like super spaced out, which is something that I do like quite a bit. We're going to start off with the Chicago Bulls, and they were without Kobe White and Patrick Williams. Kobe White's obviously the newest one there, but just kind of going back to what their rotation was when Patrick Williams was first out and Kobe White was not back yet at all. On the opposite side of the game, we got the New York Knicks. RJ Barrett, questionable to play. He was dealing with an illness. He tried to play the last time. He had to come out of the game because he just wasn't feeling well. We'll see if he's good to go tonight or not. Then for the Milwaukee Bucks, Dante DiVincenzo, Brook Lopez, and Semi Ojeleye are all out once again. For the Toronto Raptors, OG Anunoby, Khem Birch, and Goran Dragic are all listed as out. Gary Trent is questionable. He's been out for a while now. We'll see if he makes his way back tonight or not. If he doesn't end up playing, maybe a little bit of value there, but most of these guys are priced like he's already going to be out. Moving over to the Oklahoma City Thunder, we got Kenrich Williams, Josh Giddey, and Derek Favors all rolled out already. Mike Muscala listed as questionable. We'll see if he ends up playing tonight or not. Obviously, if we get Trey Mann in the starting lineup once again, it's going to look pretty good for him overall. Then for the Memphis Grizzlies, Sam Merrill and Jael Moran are out once again. Zaire Williams listed as a game time decision. Questionable here. I do remember reading something yesterday that said he was doubtful to play today, so I'm assuming he's going to be out once again. And then Kyle Anderson listed as game time decision, but expected to play at this point in time. For the Detroit Pistons, they're just without Kelly Olynyk in this one, so no major changes there. For the Phoenix Suns, we got Dario Saric, Abdul Nader, Frank Kaminsky all out. Now Devin Booker's out as well with a hamstring injury. We'll see who takes his place in that starting lineup, whether it's Landry Shamet, Cameron Payne, or Cam Johnson. So that's probably going to be the biggest piece for this Suns team overall. Chris Paul's looking pretty good. DeAndre Ayton gets a little bit of a bump up as well. Then last but not least, we get down to the Spurs and the Trailblazers. And the Spurs are without Zach Collins once again. Devin Vassell and Doug McDermott, both listed as game time decisions, questionable to play. Both have missed quite a few games at this point in time, so we'll see if they're back tonight or not. For the Portland Trailblazers, Nazir Little and Damian Lillard are both out. And the Norman Powell game time decision, questionable to play. We'll see if he's back tonight or not. If he's back tonight, he's definitely a viable play as long as he's not on a minutes restriction overall. But that's a quick little rundown on the short 5-game slate for tonight. There's a couple injuries in play that we're looking at. The RJ Barrett, Gary Trent, Norman Powell. that's pretty much it at this point in time. There's actually a decent amount of value out there on tonight's slate, honestly. So could be a very interesting and fun 5-game slate overall. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to DraftKings and talk about my picks over there. So we're going to start off at the point guard position with Anthony Simons, $4,900, looking for 24, 25 points out. My guy projected for 28 points tonight. Going to be in that starting lineup, seeing big minutes once again. Then at shooting guard, we got Trey Mann, $3,600, $100 over what he was yesterday. Played big minutes the last 2 times out. Yesterday didn't quite get there, but if he gets it right tonight, definitely going to be an option that you want, and he's a guy that saves you quite a bit of money. I have him projected for about 20, 21 points tonight. We'll see if he gets there. Obviously, it's going to have to be on the back of a little bit more scoring than last night. Then at small forward, we're going with Alex Burks, essentially the starting point guard for the New York Knicks at this point in time. $6,500, looking for 32, 33 points out. Got him projected for 34 points tonight. As we saw the last time out, he played very, very well overall. If RJ Barrett is unable to play, his minutes are going to go up just a little bit more as well. At the power forward position, I'm going to go with Robinson Earl, $4,400. But in that starting lineup, Mike Muscala's out once again, looking pretty solid once again tonight. You're looking for 22 points out of him. I got him projected for 22, 23 points tonight. I think it should be a good little game for him, good little matchup. Solid value play early on in the day. This is a pick that could definitely change throughout the day. You know, it's probably my least confident pick overall out of these 5. And then last but not least, we got Jakob Poeltl at center once again, $6,100, looking for 30, 31 points out of him. Averaging almost 31 on the season. Got him projected for 31 once again tonight. But if you go with these 5 players on the DraftKings side, you have $24,500 remaining. Just under $8,200 per player. So you could definitely pay up for your top option. There's obviously Giannis all alone by himself. And then we get down to a DeJounte Murray, your Nikolai Vucevic, your Julius Randle, DeMar DeRozan, people like that. So there's not a ton of pay up options. So maybe a little bit more balanced build today is the way to go. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my picks over there as well. So on the FanDuel side, we got Anthony Simons at point guard once again, $5,200, looking for 26 points out. Got projected for 27 once again tonight. In that starting lineup, playing point guard, getting big minutes, should be a good value once again. I got his teammate at shooting guard, CJ McCollum, $8,000, a lot better price tag on the FanDuel side. Looking for about 40 points out. Got projected for 42 tonight. Obviously, he takes that big step up when Damian Lillard is not in the lineup. Then moving down to the small forward position, we got one of my least favorite players, and it's Dillon Brooks once again, $5,800. Looking for 29 points out. That's essentially what he's averaging on the season. Got him projected for 30 tonight. If you don't want to play Dillon Brooks, you could look at Lou Dort as well. Similar type of player, similar type of price tag, similar type of projection. Then at power forward, I'm going with Isaiah Stewart once again, and for whatever reason, they still don't have him center eligible on FanDuel yet. I talk about it about every time I talk about Isaiah Stewart, but $5,000. Looking for 25 points out. I got him projected for 26 tonight. DeAndre Ayton's out there playing well. He's going to have to be on the court defending him most of the time. Then last but not least, at the center position, going with Jakob Poeltl once again, $6,000. Looking for 30 points out of him, averaging almost 31 on the season. Got him projected for 31 points once again tonight on the FanDuel side as well. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players on the FanDuel side, you have $30,000 remaining, $7,500 per player. So once again, there's kind of that loan pay up option in Giannis. So if you want to pay up for him, pay down at a couple other spots, you can definitely do that. If you want to do a more balanced approach, that's definitely a viable option tonight as well. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for today, December 2nd. As always, if you have any other questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's on FanDuel or DraftKings. Definitely interested in hearing what you guys have to say. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you with your fantasy football teams. And then with that being said, if you are new or current subscribers yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily NBA DFS videos just like this, and then 5 videos a week for fantasy football or NFL DFS content. I just uploaded the NFL DFS for the single game slate tonight as well. So if you're into that, definitely be sure to check that out as well. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.